Hi, I'm QDC. At the time of recording, it is October 2017, and last week was the California wildfires. And I was a very close victim of that particular fire. For those of you who knew that I was actually in the fire, I want to thank you for all your support, for really just an outpour of support that I am really thankful for. Your words of encouragement to be brave and to find shelter was very encouraging. Thankfully, the fire got close to me, but it didn't burn down my house, and I'm very grateful for that. It got close to 5 miles, and I was able to see the fires with my own eyes. And that was a pretty scary experience, to be quite frank with you, seeing a fire that's 5 miles away from you. But CAL FIRE has actually put out the fire, at least in my area, and at the time of recording, the fire is still raging on. There's still pockets of fire left, and hopefully by the time you've watched the video, the fire has been gone, and we're rebuilding our lives again here in my area. Now, out of coincidence, what you're about to see is is parts of my city before the fire took place. This was totally by accident. I originally made this footages of my city in the farm areas for Halloween, and so you get to see the area before the fire took place. Pay attention to the hills in my area in this video. It's all green back then, but now it's all charred black. And the actual farm that I was in, I'm not quite sure it's there now because it was just quite recent. I have no idea if it's there or not. Probably still is, but I have no idea. But in this video, you're going to see my California, the happy California before the fire took place. So I hope you enjoy this video, and again, thank you for those of you who supported me. Thank you very much. It was really heartfelt. Thanks. I just really thank you for supporting me during my time of crisis. And of course, I just want to wish all of you happy Halloween for 2017. Hi, I'm QDC. At the time of recording, it's October 2017, and I brought you here to my city's farm fields. And right now we're in basically a pumpkin patch. I hope you can hear me over this tractor. And oh, thanks. Real nice guy, by the way. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, back to my main introduction. So the reason why I brought you over here is because this is the perfect place for me to actually introduce to you the next project of my model kit. This happens to be the 40th anniversary of the Star Wars movie. The date of recording is 2017, and so I decided to actually build a Star Wars model kit for Halloween, combine the two. So what we're going to build today is actually the Star Wars X-Wing fighter, the original one from 1978, I believe. The movie was released in 1977, but the kit came out in 1978. This was a kit that I've always wanted to build when I was a kid, really when I was a toddler. Really, I'm not a kid, but a toddler. But I never had a chance to do it because I was just too young to actually play with model kits at the time. So I'm going to do it right now. So this is the original model kit from 1978, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and start building this kit together right now. Let's take a look inside this box. We have clear plastic parts, one bag containing all the parts, including the fuselage, the engine, and the wings, and the instruction sheet. I'm going to make a hole for the laser cannon. This is a laser cannon for the ship, and it doesn't have a hole in it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one. What I have in my other hand is a pin vise, and on tip of it is a drill. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully insert the drill right there and start making a hole for the laser cannon. Okay, so we built the model kit, and now it's time for me to show you what I think about this kit so far. Take a look. This is the completed model kit before painting, and I find this kit good for its time. This kit, like I said earlier, was made in 1978, and the technology of producing model kits aren't the same as it is today. Most of the molds back then were made by hand, and the craftsmen who made the molds didn't do a good job. So it was difficult for me to actually fit the parts together. I found that there were a lot of misalignment issues for each part, and also I found that the instructions were very vague and misleading. There are a lot of misnumbered parts, and to make this kit was a challenge. Now, in these instructions, I want to give you an example how vague these instructions were. On one of the steps, it says, quote, there are numbers engraved on the parts that are to be cemented to the wings. These numbers correspond to the numbers showing placement. So that does give you an idea about how vague and misleading this instruction sheet is. So I wouldn't recommend this kit for anyone to build, because in today's market there are a lot newer kits that are out there which are, I'm assuming, a lot easier to build than this one. It has to be. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy building a newer kit instead. But for those of you who are like me, who are old enough to remember this kit, if you want to build this kit and try to walk down memory lane, this kit is for you. It's time for me to paint the model. It's time for me to paint the model. I already gave the entire model a coat of black primer, and now it's time for me to use my airbrush and start painting the model. I'm going to do some paint chipping effects. I'm going to make some exhaust streaks for the proton torpedoes. The proton torpedoes, I think, is right over here, if I remember the movie correctly. And what I'm pointing at is a black pastel chalk. And using a brush, I'm going to simply brush on those exhaust streaks. I'm about to build the base, but I found out that because of the age of the model, this base has broken too. It's very flimsy and it will not hold the weight of the entire model. So I decided to get rid of the plastic base and instead use a wooden base instead. What I'm pointing at is a wooden base that I stained and made a slit right here. And what I'm going to do is, with the remaining part for the base, I'm going to glue it right on top like this. Okay, so we built the model kit, we painted it, we weathered it, and now it's time for me to show you the entire model kit from the beginning to the end. Take a look. This is the completed model kit after painting and weathering, and this model kit has turned out to look a lot better than I thought it would be. At the beginning, when I first started to build the kit, I had my doubts because the kit was basically 1970s technology. And also the age of the kit, it's about 40 years old. And so some of the parts, especially the clear plastic parts, were becoming brittle, like the one I have in my hand. So it was hard working with. In the back right here, the windows are missing because the clear plastic part was all warped. I couldn't fit it in there, and but overall it just looks good. I mean, I like it. Now, if you take a look at the scene from the original Star Wars movie, you notice that the X-Wing fighter is not perfect. It's all grimy. It has paint chips, and so this X-Wing fighter that I painted and weathered looks very similar to the one in the movie, and I'm quite proud of doing that. This is a very nice kit for me because it brought back a lot of good childhood memories. So at the end of the video, I'm going to include the final ending of the Star Wars movie, in which this X-Wing fighter is most famous for destroying the Death Star. And for those of you who are old enough to remember watching the movie in the theaters back in 1970s, this will be a treat for you to watch. That completes this model project. What you're about to see is a video slideshow of the entire model kit, but before I go, as always, just because I put this video here on YouTube, it doesn't make me a model kit expert. I am not an expert. I'm just a regular guy just like you. So I hope this video encouraged you to build a model kit of your own, and I hope that you don't simply rely on my video just to build a model kit. I would highly encourage you to visit other videos on the internet, but really most of all, my hopes really is just to have you enjoy building a model kit of your own. So please do. I'm QDC, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.